Hey Kate lovers, happy Saturday. Hope you're doing okay. Busy weekend for me this weekend. Starting off with visiting the Louis Vuitton pop-up cafe, which I've been seeing everywhere. It's not a cafe actually, it's a pop-up shop where you can buy limited edition Louis Vuitton stuff. But they also have a cafe, which is why I'm going, because the cakes look amazing. But what do they taste like? And I know they're going to be horrendously expensive, but as a cake vlogger, I have to go and do a review. So I'm going there today. Today's Saturday, of course. It opens at 11 o'clock. I'm going to get there about an hour before to start queuing because I've seen the queues are ridiculous. Though, a tip, if you're able to go during the week, go during the week because the queues are not as bad. I can't go during the week, have to go at the weekend. That's why I'm going early so I can get in there, buy my one cake, review it, try it and then leave. After that I'm going to pop some Marks and Spencer and then come back home. It's nearly 8 o'clock, but why is it still so dark? I think it's just grey today and the temperature's going to be not as cold as it was last weekend. Do you remember it was really cold last weekend? But it's still chilly. During this past week, the temperature's kind of gone up to double figures, but it's kind of coming back down again, which I don't want to happen. So at the moment, I'm kind of doing some plans for my videos before I leave. I'm going to leave here about 8:45 to go and queue. I hope the weather, at least as long as it's dry. I don't like the cold, but I hate the rain even more. So as long as it's dry, and we will see what this Louis Vuitton pop-up cafe is like. See you in a bit. Okay, so I just come from the cafe and it was a nice experience. There was some perfume that I tried and I thought, oh, how much is this? I asked them, £310. It smelled nice, but £310? I think not. So I'm now going to make my way to Marks and Spencer, Oxford Circus. Hey Kate lovers, so I'm back from Louis Vuitton, I popped into Zara, I'm back from M&S. So the Louis Vuitton cafe, it was a really nice experience. I got there at 9:45, thinking I'm going to have to wait for an hour and 15 because I thought it opened at 11. It actually opened at 10. I only had to wait 15 minutes. Do you know how happy I was about that? Went in, downstairs is where you can purchase some, bags, accessories, perfume, and upstairs is where the cafe area is. I went straight to the cafe area. I bought a oat latte and a cheesecake. The oat latte was probably one of the best oat lattes I've ever had. It was lovely, it was smooth, it was The cheesecake itself was really nice as well, but was it worth £14? No. But it was a nice cheesecake. So I spent time up there. They have this screen up there which is showing this video. No, and it's like, I think it's anime. It's such a nice place. It's like the perfect place for creating content, everything. It was really nice. And then I stayed there for about 45 minutes. Then I went downstairs. I smelled the perfumes. There was two there. There's one that I really liked, and I asked, how much is the perfume? £310, and it was 50ml. Way outside my budget, But if I had the money, I probably would have bought it. It was so nice, but I thought, okay. And left. If you want to go, I will put the details in the description of where it is. It's on until the 9th of February. What I will say is check the website for opening times because it seems to be changing quite a lot. When I was there, when I picked up my coffee and my cheesecake, I went to sit down. There was two sort of young girls, I think in their 20s, and they were looking for someone to sit down. And because it was only me at the table and there were 3 spaces, they came to me and said, oh, do you mind if we sit here? I said, no, it's fine. And I got talking to them and they said that they'd been to the one in Paris because there's a Louis Vuitton cafe in Paris which I really want to go to. They said they'd been to that one. And we were just doing general chit chat, and I was saying, oh, I thought it opened at 11. She said, oh, they're changing the time. They keep changing the times. But it's just nice to have a conversation, especially because I think younger people seem to be so demonized at the moment, and they were just so lovely and like friendly, and they were doing their content and doing all their video and everything. So it was just nice to have a chat with them. Then I decided I wanted to go to M&S, but on my way to M&S, I popped into Zara. And I wanted to try their perfume because I've always heard about Zara perfumes, how they're very similar to designer perfumes and great value. I don't really care if it smells similar to designer perfume. My perfume ranges from designer, if you want to call it, to like Avon perfumes. If the perfume smells nice, I will buy it. Kind of regardless on price, but it depends. On the higher end, like I said, with the Louis Vuitton one, the £300, I can't afford that. I put into Zara and I bought 2 perfumes. These are the perfumes I got. This Red Temptation is supposed to smell like, I can't remember which perfume it's supposed to smell like. But this is quite popular. This smelled really nice. And I also picked up this one, nice fresh fragrance, £30 each. You don't have to spend a lot of money to smell good, you know, there's no excuse. So I got those. And then after that, I went into my favourite store, my favourite shopping, probably my favourite food shopping place, M&S. The reason I went to M&S is because I wanted to pick up these red kiwi fruit. And this is only on until the end of January. So they're red kiwi fruit. I think they're supposed to taste like strawberry. I don't know. But it's supposed to be apparently really nice. They're not cheap. They were like £3 something per pack. Ain't cheap. But I think I got a bit of discount because of my Spark card. My favourite ever drink ever. I harp on about it all the time. Get to know. Whenever I'm in M&S, I tend to buy this. Yeah. And my crisp. Now the crisp I normally buy is the 4 cheese one. I thought, let me try something different. So I'm trying this one. Sour cream and jalapeno. I've tried the sweet chili version of these. Didn't like them, really. So we'll see what these ones are like. And that's what I got up to. Now later on today, I'm going to the cinema to watch the Nicole Kidman film. I'll put it up here. I've heard quite mixed reviews about it. So we'll see what it's like. It's basically the story of a CEO who has an affair with one of her interns. I'm always intrigued about sort of age gap relationships, particularly when it's the older woman, because you always hear about the older man, younger woman. You don't really hear about it the other way. So I'm intrigued to see what it's like. I've heard some people have walked out. I mean, I don't know, is it that bad? Will I walk out? Even when the film is bad, I never walk out of a film. I thought, let me just see it to the end. So I'll be going to see that later on this evening. I think it's 6:15 showing. So sort of early evening, so I'll be back by kind of 9 o'clock. And when I come back, I'll give you a quick kind of overview of it. Right, my verdict on these crisps. I thought it would taste spicier because it's jalapeno. They're all right. I don't know. All the other variations just don't live up to my cheese ones. Yeah, I wouldn't get them again, unfortunately. Hey Kit Lovers, so I've just come back from Everyman. Went to see Baby Girl starring Nicole Kidman and Antonio Banderas. Spoiler alert, if you don't want to know what happens in the film, stop watching this part of the video here. I really liked the film. I know it's had really mixed reviews, but I really liked it. I'll give it a solid 8 out of 10. I think for me, the main message about the film is about communication. The fact that she ends up telling her husband that they've been married for 19 years and she'd never finished with him. And he's like, what are you talking about? And she has these kind of sort of what some people might see as dark fantasies. And I think she's never felt comfortable exploring them. You know, she's in therapy like most American people are. But, you know, I think all of us should be in some kind of therapy because we all have our traumas, isn't it? And when this opportunity comes up with this young guy who is very open-minded, like a lot of young people are, and is ready to help her explore her darker side, she takes it because he's not judgy, he's not judgmental. He's like, well, you know, is this what you want? This is what you want, isn't it? And she just takes that. And it's a shame that she wasn't able to explore it with her husband, because the thing about affairs is somebody always gets hurt. And it got to the point where he was actually, the person she was having an affair with, the intern, was seeing someone else, and she got all jealous about that and started to warn her off. She was somebody who also worked for the company. And it's just like, you know, you're the one having the affair. He's single. So that kind of went, you know, the beginning of the spiral downwards. And then she found out, the woman, the intern's girlfriend, found out and kind of almost blackmailed her, saying, you know, I know what you did with him. You're not going to see him anymore, and you're going to give him more opportunities in the company, which looks like is what she ended up doing. She told her husband, and he went mad, threw out the house. She went to the other house because, you know, she's a super rich CEO, so you've got more than one house, isn't it? Like, I think she went to the holiday home. The intern turned up at the holiday home, and then the husband turned up at the home, and they had their little fight and everything, and then like the intern left, and it was kind of like, you know, he left the company, and she and her husband kind of resolved the issues. And it looks by the end of the film, he was kind of indulging her fantasy. So I'm kind of like, it's a shame you weren't able to have that communication with him during your marriage. You know, 19 years, and you felt ashamed of what you wanted to do, so you ended up having an affair. But I like the film, and Nicole Kidman's performance is definitely Oscar worthy. I see why they're talking Oscar buzz about her performance. Really, really good. I went to the Everyman, as I said. Cineworld and View, you could never. If I'm going cinema again, it's only going to be Everyman. You could, when that film was on, you could hear a pin drop. There was no chatting, there was no people on the phones, there was nothing, right? People watching the film. That's how it used to be in all cinemas. Now, I mean, I haven't been to View or Cineworld for a long time, but the last time I went, people just chatting, people on the phone, like in the living room. I'm just like, what is this? They could never. If I'm ever going to go to cinema, it will only be Everyman. And yes, Everyman is more expensive, but you get what you pay for. You know, I had a couple of drinks, I had something to eat, it was nice vibes, and yes. So, oh, I'm knackered. I'm gonna wash up some dishes now, and I'm gonna go get ready for bed, because it's, what's the time now? I think it's coming up to 9, which is late for me. But anyway, I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow it's afternoon tea, the first afternoon tea of 2025, so I'm looking forward to that. I'll see you tomorrow. Hey Kate lovers, happy Sunday. It's nearly 11 o'clock. I've been up since 6. I think I was a little bit hungover. I'm such a lightweight, 2 drinks. But I tell you, that raspberry Bellini I had, anything like Prosecco, wine, just goes straight to my head. It's like, oh, anyway. Did my workout, so that's 14 days, every day workout. I'm doing this 28-day challenge, so halfway through. I've been doing some editing for my short form content, doing some planning, going to afternoon tea in a couple of hours with my cousin. And that's how much I'm doing today. I'm looking outside, and what, it's so overcast. Right, I get it, it's cold. It's January, it's going to be cold, but can we have some sunshine, please? It's so overcast. Oh gosh, anyway. I will put back in with you soon. When me and my cousin leave for afternoon tea, I'll come back to you. Hi there.
Trying to.
No, yeah.
It's like I'm trying to like olives.
I love olives. It's weird because I used to hate olives, and Jo, when she used to work at Selfridges, one of her second jobs, like a Sunday job, was Selfridges. Very, very buttery, but normally it's plain. Hey Kate lovers, I haven't checked in, have I? So you saw my footage of the afternoon tea. That will be going up in a couple of weeks actually. I've kind of batch recorded a lot of my content. I'm trying to do that this year. So I have a bit more free time, kind of balances out. Watched the last installment of Jason Bourne, which was really good. I do love a Jason Bourne, like the kind of action films. I do like them. So now I've watched all of those. I'm going to go back into my John Wick because I've only watched the first one. I think there's another three for me to watch. And that's it. I'm gonna go to bed now. So this week I've really got to start putting my foot down for my birthday, organising caterers, buying some clothes for my holiday. I don't know, I've got so much to do, and you think, oh gosh, Denise, you got like a month to go. We're nearly at the end of January, yeah, and I haven't got half of what I wanted done. So I really need to get my foot together. I need to put the catering today and this week. I need to sort out my playlist because I spoke to the DJ last week, who's somebody I work with, and he's like, "Have you done your list, Denise? Have you sent it over to me yet?" And I said, "No," but I said to him I'll get it over to him by the end of the week. So I need to start doing a little bit every day this week so that by Friday I can just send him the list over. So then that's all done. Drinks list. Oh, there's so much to do. So much to do. But it'll get done. And then once it's done, innit? So I hope you enjoyed this weekend vlog. Next Saturday, I'm going for brunch. There's a sort of pop-up brunch at Selfridges that I'm going to. Might pop to afterwards. Oh, probably going to go to Crumb, which is the vegan cookie shop, because I want to try one of their specials, which is tiramisu, and I think next weekend is last weekend, so I hope I can get one. And then next Sunday I'm probably going to stay in because I just need to get on with my holiday list, my birthday list. Yeah, well, I don't think I'll be going out next Sunday. I say that it's this at the moment. Who knows what might change. Anyway, I will see you next weekend.